Hi, I'm Paul Heminger with Story Connect. If you are a Christ following healthcare provider and you feel or you want to feel more on mission in your work, please consider coming to the Christian Community Health Fellowship, CCHF, conference in Cincinnati this March. It is a place of connecting with 800 to 1,000 other on fire practitioners. It is a place of connecting, and it's in our backyard in Ohio. And on Friday, during our lunchtime, our 90-minute lunch, we're going to have a networking session for all Ohio based on your field and industry as well as your geography, region, and city as we seek to catalyze citywide Christian healthcare provider networks. It will be a transformative experience that I believe will validate and affirm a lot of what maybe you've been feeling, as well as pull you into relationship and give you a greater vision for maybe what you are doing every day alongside of the great physician. So please consider coming. I pressed the wrong setting on the Zoom recording. That's why I'm giving you this kind of debrief. The rest of the video is with the CEO of CCHF, as well as a friend of ours, Greg, who is going to be presenting along with his wife at the conference and has been a part of CCHF for a while. So again, please prayerfully consider coming to this conference. I think that you will love and appreciate what you experience there. All right. Thank you.
So what a lot of people don't know about CCHF, CCHF is we describe ourselves as a nationwide community of Christian health professionals who are committed to living out the gospel through healthcare among the poor. And, there's a number of Christian clinics that sort of specialize and focus on underserved communities and underserved populations, marginalized communities. But about half of the people that make up the CCHF community don't work in a Christian clinic. They work in a secular setting, but they do it out of that, what you just described, out of a sense of calling. That medicine is not just a career choice, it's a calling to serve Christ. And so we're a platform or a community where people can connect with one another and kind of hear from each other how folks are doing that. What are some of the frustrations, and how do you handle difficult situations? What's an effective and appropriate way to address spiritual needs in your patients? All of that kind of thing. And so our conference will be at the Northern Kentucky Convention Center, which is right across the river from the stadiums in Cincinnati, March 14th through 16th. It's a phenomenal conference. I have to say, all year long, people tell me that they look forward to the CCHF conference. They come from all over the country. There'll probably be 800 to 1,000 people. They come from all over the United States, and they tell me that they look forward to this. I have pastors that come and say, this is the most spiritually refreshing conference that I attend every year, because it's not just all preaching. It is, we worship, it's a worship event, but it's, it's very, very practical. So we have, I think, 82 or 84 workshops, all of which are presented by Christian practitioners from a Christian worldview, but really solid best practices in healthcare delivery to difficult populations. A lot of stuff on burnout this year, and actually the theme of our conference, if you don't mind me kind of taking another extra second or two here, the theme of our conference is rooted. The theme is thirsting, which sounds like a weird theme for a medical conference, but it's really anchored in Isaiah 44:3, where God says, "I will pour water on thirsty ground. I'll pour out my spirit on you and on your children." And it's just this sense of developing a holy dissatisfaction and desperation for the presence of God in our lives through our work. And so there'll be a lot of focus on that, and a number of workshops that deal with that. So we just want to encourage anybody to go to cchf.org. You can start. We're loading up the workshops starting this week, and so over the next few weeks, you'll see more and more workshops and more information about the CCHF conference there.
Thank you, Steve. Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, and Steve, I want to echo what Steve had said about the conference in terms of its inspiring atmosphere. I've attended the conference as an attendee, and I've had just the honor of also being a presenter at the conference, both as a kind of what we call it a little TED Talk kind of thing, where my wife, who is an advanced practice nurse and a doctor of nursing practice, where we're able to share our story. But we have also done some workshops around some of the work we do in the field that I spend most of my time in, and that's addiction recovery as well as mental health. And so this coming year, my wife is Dr. Elizabeth Delaney. She and I will both be doing some workshops around some of the work that we're doing. But I can say for certain that when you come together at the CCH conference with the other practitioners from all over the country, creativity is launched, partnerships are launched, innovation is launched. But you really get a sense that sometimes in this work, and I think Steve alluded to it, you can get kind of thirsty, you can get a little dry, you can get a little beat up. And the conference provides a wonderful place of refreshing and a wonderful place of invigoration for you and your work to know that you're not alone. And just as an example of that, coming out of last year's conference, I had the wonderful chance to connect with an amazing practitioner in California. And over the entire course of this year, we have collaborated and built a potential practice of collaboration around substance use disorder and delivery within church partnerships and other things. And hopefully going to actually talk about that at this year's conference with others who are interested. And that was all birthed out of last year's convening and conference there in Northern Kentucky. So I'm from the Dayton area, and we're looking forward to having other Ohioans come and join us.
Yeah.
Would love to meet you and link arms with you. But I can't endorse this organization, its leadership, and this conference any more vigorously than I'm doing right now. That it is well worth you're spending time with us, not just from a learning perspective, but just from an energizing and connection perspective. And you will walk away with some amazing tools, but also perhaps some new vision and new excitement about the work that you're doing.
Thank you, Greg, and thank you, Steve. And if maybe you've never heard of the Christian Community Health Fellowship, CCHF, they've been around, I think, since 1971. And I think that many of their workshops, you get your version of CEUs. But if you are interested in taking a next step, we're in the description of this video. There is kind of a link to a post that shows both the conference and the organization, as well as going into an online group where you can meet some other Christian healthcare providers in your city and throughout the state of Ohio. And then if you come to the conference, on that Friday, there's going to be a 90-minute lunch that's specifically for connection. And it's going to be networking together all of these different Christian healthcare providers within the entire state and within your region and your city based on your discipline and your geography. Because we believe that the connections help live out the strength and the empowerment year long. So join in the digital group, come be a part of the virtual space, and we're going to just try to build the strength of collectiveness. And then maybe there might be someone that rises up within certain cities and regions and say, I want to help this network of healthcare providers stay together and work together and increase our level of efficiency and best practice and care and support for each other as we inevitably, day by day, will become dry, and we can help satisfy that quenching from God through God and through each other. So thank you both. Again, we're rolling out the red carpet. We're inviting you. We want you to be there. Please come. It would be such a treasure for us and for you. So
Can I one quick little thing? You told me not to forget, and I forgot.
yeah.
This is a great place to use your CE allowances. Most of the workshops are CME accredited. We also have accreditation for nursing, for dental, for psychology. and for pharmacy. So, so there's a lot of CE credit and a lot of students as well. And so, come get your CE and bring a student with you.
Yes, very good. So God bless you in your day-to-day as you care for the other providers and the patients around you. And we hope that we get to spend some time together.
Right.
Amen. See y'all.
Thanks.